Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Hi. Yes. Hi, Charlene. Have you had your dinner? Excuse me. No. Oh. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Happy Teachers Day, or rather, Happy Children's Day to you soon, assuming you qualify. Yeah, there is no Kahoot today. How's your holiday so far? I am a Karin. Do you mean Karen or Karin? What's a Karin? Yes, this is for P6, Livia, but I mean P5s are welcome as well. It's because it's just compo writing. It's done in both P5 and 6, but sure. Okay. So did any of you, were any of you involved in the, take part in the booster program for science today? You only did study at home. Okay. Do you all join our booster programs, or any of you with the teachers in the past 3 days, including today? You saw me in live before? Oh, okay. Thank you. This will be my last one. After that, there'll be someone taking over. You watched live yesterday. Okay. So yesterday, I forgot who was there. Why? Why? Because I asked to do other things instead. So the live, yeah, some other people will take over. Oh, Teacher Rina, yes. Yeah, she will still be continuing. Then she'll be doing P6 next year. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Correct. You got 45 out of 50 for paper 1. Oh, that's very good. That's very good. Yeah, so means you can really write. So in theory, that would imply that you should be a AL1 or 2 caliber for your English lah. I mean, yeah, around there lah. I mean, because you won't know the actual day of the paper, what the paper is like. You wouldn't know how you did for your other components, like your LC, which is coming up soon, and your oral. Yeah, but I mean, AL1 is an AL1. You wouldn't know your marks eventually, right? So, I mean, for the PSLE, you just get your grade and that's it. There's no marks, right? So you don't know if you got a 90 or you got a 99, right? You wouldn't know. Yeah. So, but I mean, it just means you're at the caliber, and if you think that it's still a bit unsafe, then go and practice. So the things that you can grind at this point in time would be your paper 2. Paper 1, a bit hard at this stage with less than, well, I mean about 3 weeks or so before your, yeah, less than 3 weeks. Yeah, a bit hard to grind different style of writing, but you can work on your vocab. That will work. I got scolded. I wanted full marks. You got scolded by your parents for not getting full marks for English, or just paper 1? Okay. That is quite, how should I put it? Quite, maybe I would use unreasonable. Hello, Nugget. Have kahulawai Kalawi, Kahulawi. I don't know what's a Kahulawi. Hello, you how? What's a Kapul? Okay, but yeah, I mean, in all honesty, even if you were to throw your English teachers, I mean, even if I were to take the PSLE, from including all the components, I'm telling you, I won't get full marks, okay, in all honesty, right? I could get AL1, AL2 with a lot more certainty, AL1 probably, but I won't, I won't be daring enough to say I'll get 100 marks. That's kind of difficult. For math and science, okay, because these are topical things you can train. But for language, it's very subjective because like for oral, if someone decides that, you know, you are good enough but not that good and they don't give you a full mark, what can you do, right? And you wouldn't know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, good that you can have full marks, but yeah, it's a bit different, you see, when you go to national level marking, because all the while it has been your teacher that's marking, right? So your teacher might be okay with your style, they are familiar with you. Then you go to a different teacher, two different markers, and things might be different. Yeah. So I mean, you just try your best, and the fact that you have gotten full marks before means that you can write very well. So you shouldn't worry too much. Okay. No, there is no Kahoot today. Got kid sound. There is. Wait, that means the ANC not working. Hang on, give me a minute. Okay. Yeah, I think the noise cancelling not working too well. Yeah, my kids are making noise at home. Yes, I do have children. But yes, hello one and all. Did you all take part in the boot camps that happened in the past 3 days, including today? What if kidnap the kids? Yeah, maybe, yeah. Correct, Nugget. Maybe I kidnap the kids. After that, I'm here to, I don't know, make them do what? What can they do? What can y'all do? Can y'all do house chores? I don't think y'all, not all of you can do, right? I mean, what can I keep them for? In total, I got AL6 for prelims. Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Raffles girls. I mean, AL6 is a very good score. Just keep it up. And if I were you, right, I would explore options. So I mean, I would take it that you will probably be mature enough to understand that it's not just RGS. You might also want to consider other schools as well, right? I mean, there are other schools, and of course, you also want to compare based on your capabilities lah. So if you are the, for example, you're the type that can take stress, you are willing to chiong, and you want to challenge yourself to improve, then yeah, go to these top tier schools. If not, then maybe you could go a tier down, right, where it's slightly less stressful but still have a bit of a challenge for you, right? And yeah, for some people, they will be nicer if they can work on their confidence, right? And so if they keep doing well consistently and it boosts their confidence, and so that'll be good. Yeah, if LGS your dream school, good lah, go for it. Okay, my colleague also from RGS, I have some friends from RGS, and yeah, I mean, it is a good school, but I mean, it's just a school at the end of the day, after which you graduate, and then yeah, there's still life. Okay, so but yeah, good that you have something to work towards, and continue to do so. Continue to, the thing is, you are your own challenge, right? So you work to compete with yourself. You work to be a better version of yourself compared to what you were previously. That's the important thing. Okay, so as I always say, and since this is going to be my last lesson, I shall just remind you all that you are not your grade. Okay, you do your best, and sometimes in life, the results don't reflect your effort, but that is life, right? But you are not your results. You are not defined by your results. Okay, you're not your score. Okay, yes, I am the stress the teachers face in school. Oh, okay, so you are the troublemaker, is it, Yuhao? I can't go to RGS, the cutoff point. No, but if you got raw point 6, after that, then after that, yeah, once you get raw point 6, any school is your oyster. So it's not about whatever. Then I mean, the 4 is affiliation, then minus don't know what, higher Chinese and don't know what. So yeah, don't worry. If you got 6, you should be able to get in already. I believe is, yeah, 4 to 6. Yeah, definitely 6 should be able to get in. You check their 4 to 6, 4 to 5. Are you serious? You got affiliation, then all the more. RGS is Raffles Girls' School. Wait, I do a quick check before I chong the lesson. Wait, MOE School Finder. So RGS is 5 now. That's a bit of, well, getting more and more ridiculous. I mean, last time was 6 was okay. 4 to 6 I remember was okay. Wait, Raffles 4 to 6 now. That's kind of crazy. Wait, it's considered Toa Payoh. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's 4 to 5. That's crazy. But yeah, it's not affiliated. I mean, they don't have affiliation with RGPS. 4 to 5. Wow, that's even crazier than last time. Okay, sure. You try your best. I mean, it is what it is. At least your time better, you know. I mean, you all get to get your score, and then you decide what school. In my time, right, I don't know my score yet, and I have to choose the schools already. Okay. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, you can go to almost every other school. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is PSLE. It's only 4 points. I'm thinking O levels where it's 6 points. I'm sorry. Yeah, so 4 points is the lowest. Yeah, but yeah. Oh, but 5 points. That's kind of crazy. Wait. I check Nanyang. Nanyang Girls is also 4 to 5 or what? 4 to Nanyang Girls is, yeah, I see Nanyang at least 4 to 6. But yeah, okay, Raffles a bit more crazy now. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I mean, Charlene, you do your best. You don't worry too much. You can get in. You get in. In any case, 6 is a very good score. So be proud of what you have. Okay. In all honesty, I think if mine I convert, I probably got like about 13 or 14 around there. And yeah, it is what it is. Okay. Okay, come. Yeah, hello, Karine. Yes. Chu, it is P6. You want RGS. Well, you try your best lah. So you are left with LC. So you have your 2 mother tongue LC left. You do your best there. You have your 4 papers coming up. You do your best there, and yeah. So you still have about 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks to work very, very hard. And yeah, so there's still a chance to do something at it. And so you work at it. So yeah. Go work at it. So yeah, maybe I can help you a bit with the writing today. So maybe we can, I help you a bit with the writing today. Then we can write a paragraph, maybe 2, and then we see how. Okay? Cannot, Charlene, if you are there, right? But yeah, hello, Livia. You saw me yesterday, as in not me, right? Gerald Chan. Okay, interesting. Okay, you hate your teachers, but a bit. I don't understand. What do you mean you hate? Why you hate your teachers? What they do to you? I mean, some teachers I understand why you hate them, but yeah. Anyway, let's start. So, like I said, this is my last lesson. And after that, someone else will take over. You will still have teacher Arena and teacher Lian. There'll be this teacher. Okay, wait. Not English, so never mind. So yeah. Right. So let's. Well, I'll impart whatever I know, and then yeah, we will do some writing maybe. Okay. Maybe for Charlene. Okay, right. Help her get to RGS. Okay, right. So let's look at the topic. I think some of you would have probably done this before, right? How many? Oh wait, let me hide the clock. Wait, count down, hide. Okay, right. So how many of you have? Why is it so low? Yeah, how many of you have done this one before? Anyone? Should have, right? Yeah, you did this before. Okay, right. So yeah, right. So this one, it's kind of easy. I mean, for the primary school writing is generally quite easy lah. The key thing here is that, well, you notice the title is trying something new, so it's not one of those one-worded or two-worded sort of things. So the key important thing here is in the word new, right? Oh, my pen's not working well. Right, in the word new. So what does new implies? Anyone? I mean, quite easy lah, but yeah, let's work at it. What does new imply? Yes, but all different picture on my examination. Are you kidding me? Your school used this topic for your prelims, but they just changed the picture. Allow. I can't get that lazy anymore, right? My goodness. Right? Well, thanks, White Lily. I mean, I can read Chinese, but sure. You P5? Or they're using P5? Okay. Then understandable. Then they'll just, yeah. Okay, but anyway. Okay, sure, fair enough. I thought it's for prelims. Prelims, then that one cannot lah. But if for normal exams, okay, can. Right. So what does new means? Come on, let's start with a very basic sort of explanation. What's new? I mean, you have to know what's new, right? So new, right? Yeah, I mean, I chose this on purpose because this was a past year PSLE question. Yeah. So then that's why, yes, you all should be familiar, right? So this is something that's fresh. The idea is that something that you have never, right, done before. This is the key idea here, right? Now, why is this important? So this one is a deceptively easy sort of topic, right? Now, the key thing here is that this thing is important. It has to be never done before. So I don't know what topic they will come up with in the PSLE. I mean, if I do, then I wouldn't be here anymore, okay? I'll be selling the secret, and then after that, I'll probably be caught by the government first. So maybe, oh well, whatever. Anyway, so it has been never done before. So you will need to show that you have never done it before. So for example, what happened was, because like in my school previously, we had this sort of topic before the PSLE came out with this. So when my students wrote this last time, I think it was they were P5, I believe. So I think there was a scooter. I think ours was a scooter. Then I cannot recall what the other two pictures. I remember the scooter one, because a lot of them, what they did was, in their introduction, right, they did a flashback, right? Because I don't know why some people just love flashbacks. And then the flashbacks are the, what I would call the not very useful flashback. My pen is not working well. Okay, wait. Let me redo this. Although I know my handwriting really sucks, but yeah, the pen is not helping. Okay. Right, so in the flashback, you need to be very careful, right? That it cannot be suggested that you did it before. So what some of my students did, right? They did the flashback, and then they actually mentioned that there was this bicycle, right? That was, well, collecting dust, right? And then it's therefore, and then it was a previous birthday present. Then you'll be like, okay, so in this particular flashback, right, they were already told me or suggested to me that it is not new because they had an old bike, right? It's just that, yeah, although they never touched the bike in a long time, does not make it new anymore, right? And so this kind, right, I wasn't there for the marking anymore, so I don't know what was their take when they had something like this. But in theory, in a normal school context, right, they would, I mean, you would fail, right? Because therefore, it really suggests that it is not something new, right? But I think for the PSLE, they will probably let it pass, right? Since it's just a small thing, I think, to them. Then after that, they'll just mark it as per normal lah. But the important thing here is that you must have never done it before is the key idea here. So like I said, I don't know what the topic will be. You have to be very careful as to what they're asking for. So for example, let's say we talk about something like, what did you write? What serious accident? Wait, you saw a serious accident. Okay, do you need to call the ambulance or something? But yeah, if you do, then just call the ambulance, and then yeah. Okay, but anyway, so I don't know, let me see. If let's say there was something like, what else did they have? So let's say they had something like teamwork, right? So this was also another previous PSLE topic. Now what happened was, this one I did mark, okay? So I'm telling you my experience. So I think this one, there was it a medal or something like that, or someone running? I can't recall. But yeah, I think there was a medal or trophy, right? Then what happened was, some of the scripts that I got, right, they talked about, it was basically two people, right? And what was the sport that they were playing? Two people. It's not badminton, it's just something else. I cannot recall what. Or then there was also, some of them did relay running, right? So in certain things like this, right? So in theory, right, two people would not be a team of sorts. I mean, you call it a pair, but I mean, can lah. But yeah, then it gets a bit fussy there. fuzzy rather. Then you have this relay running event, right? So relay running event where actually teamwork a bit hard to show, can be shown, but because the only teamwork portion that you have is actually between two individuals as they pass the baton to each other, right? Unlike, let's say, a basketball game or football where there's more people involved, and then that's where really team dynamics is important. But for baton relay running, right, it a bit harder to show that. So but I mean, their stories also could not really quite bring forth the idea of teamwork lah. So the moral story is, when you choose the picture based on the topics that you have, right, you need to make sure that you very, very clearly, without a single doubt, right, show the topic. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so like if we talk about these three pictures here, right? So if we talk about these three pictures here, which do you think would be one of the hardest to write? Which is the hardest picture to use in the three here? We'll just label them 1, 2, 3, but sure. Let's call this one 1, and then this one is 2, and this one is 3. Which one do you think will be the hardest to write? Okay, so I have happy space that says 3. Mariah Carey, you know Mariah Carey, that says 1. Then some of you, well, quite a lot of you say 3, 1, right? Okay, right? Yeah, 1. And then I've what? There's no 6 or 7 here. There's 1. Okay, right? Yeah. Okay, right. Now, so if it was me, okay, so generally, what you want to do is you want to think back first thing, right? You want to think back about what you have, what you are familiar with, right? This is one of the most important thing that you want to use in terms of guiding you about which one to write about. So either this is some real experience, right? Or you have written it enough to know about it, or it's something that maybe you watch some TV show of sorts, right? That you could talk about it in very great detail. Okay, and these would be your markers of what you want to use to guide you to use this. Now, so therefore, the way I see it is that number 1 would be one of the hardest one to do, because the only time probably most of you had a CCA open house was back when you were in P2, right? Probably. If you even had a P2 open house, if you even remember that at all. So, I mean, if you can remember and you can remember to great detail, that'll be great, okay? But most people probably cannot, and so this CCA open house will probably be the hardest to write. That's 1. So that means if we go based on this self-experience and how familiar you are with all of this, this is something that is very a less common sort of experience, right? And so there's really not much you can really recall, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is that then what problem will you have at a CCA open house? I mean, you could talk about you got lost, you got injured or whatever, sure. I mean, yeah, but it's going to be a bit difficult because now you got to make up everything on the spot. Okay? So, yeah, that's the first one. Now, between 2 and 3, right? Then I think for most people, I mean, for some of you, yeah, 3 could be a bit hard because you don't go outdoors enough. However, having said that, I believe that most of you have gone through your P5 camp. Yes? So your P5 camp was some outdoor elements. So you could talk about this. Right? So I know that, yeah, there's a beach here or whatever. You could talk about there being a beach, but your activities may not be related to the water. You could just focus on the land activities instead. Right? So you all can focus on that because you had a P5 camp and it's rather recent, relatively recent compared to the CCA open house. Right? So this could be something that some of you would be familiar with. And especially if during this, your P5 camp, right, you had certain difficulties. Say, for example, maybe you had some fear of heights that you have to overcome, or there's some fear of whatever, or some incident. I know my school last time, some activities were pitching of 10 and whatever. And so, yeah, that could be an activity, and that could be something to write about. So this could be something that's good. Of course, the other one here, making sandwich. In theory, I believe if your school was on enough, I believe you all did it before in P1. Having said that, you probably had made sandwiches multiple times, right? Or something close to this sort of sandwich-like food. So the thing that you just need to take note of is to make sure that you write it in a way, right? Although you have done it many times, you have to make sure that it is written in a way where you have not done it before. That is the key thing that you need to be careful of. Yes, this was the 2024 PSLE question. Yes, we know. I know. What is your point? The point is I chose this on purpose. Thank you very much. Yes. Why are you like making such a big deal out of this? Okay, right? So yeah. Okay, so anyway, so the point here is that you need to be extremely careful. So when you see the topic here, okay, you need to, what do you call that? Be very careful to make sure that you are not answering out of point. Okay, so yeah, you didn't get to do the high elements because of the rain. That's unfortunate, but such is life. Okay, then yeah. Okay, then I mean, depends on your luck. If you did not get the camp with the kayaks, you also got no kayaking. Hey, at least you're not so bad, you know. I was with the poor batch that had that was COVID, you know, and so they actually went to camp, but they could not do anything at all. My goodness, it was like, no difference lah. Myself just stay in school, there's no difference. My goodness, it was that bad. But yeah, it was very sad. But yes, anyway, no kayak, no high elements, no nothing. Okay, but anyway, so yeah, so I mean, but okay, so you need to be careful. Now you notice that yes, although this is an outdoor element, there is no high elements. So you need to pick and choose what you did in P5 that has something along the lines of this sort of non-high elements outdoors sort of experiences. Okay, so you want to be very careful with that one there, right? So okay, so I mean, like, I believe your teachers have taught you, ideally you could interpret this as outdoors and take this to be, yes, outdoors, so you could talk about high elements and things like that. That would be fine. But as I mentioned before, the safest is always try to stick as close to the picture as possible, because I mean, if you ask me, like, let's say they gave a picture of a dog, can I write about a cat? You could, but what if that year the chief examiner decides to say that, well, cats are not dogs and dogs are not cats, and so no, cannot. Then where do you draw the line? So what if I write about some other four-legged animal like a capybara? Then would that be fine? Then four-legged, then if I get, I don't know, I ask some child to go down on fours, does that make it four-legged, among other things? Then can I write about zebra or whatever? So no, I mean, not saying no, but I would strongly advise against it. So you want to be safe, stick to this picture as closely as you can. Okay, so yeah, okay, so that's how you can minimize. So what you're actually trying to look here is that you're trying to minimize the chance that the examiner has to penalize you or to find fault that you are either not answering to the topic or not using the picture. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Okay, and as I mentioned before, in the event you don't know what to write about, you can use these two prompts here to guide you. Okay, so in theory, if you can answer to these two prompts here, you will not fail in theory. But then it depends on how well you can write. Okay, and please, for crying out loud, after you answer the topic, please make sure there is a very clear reference to the pictures here. Either any one of these three pictures here. Okay, if you don't, you are basically capped at the second band. That means your scores, I mean, I don't know what after they revised what's the max score, but if they didn't change that one, it should still be 8. That means your content maximum will be 8. And yeah, So in that sense, you will fail the content marks in that case, where if the picture is not used. So you must be very clear, or it must be very clear to the examiner that the pictures were used. Okay. The other mistake that some people would do is that they will mix, or rather they'll use two pictures, right? So some people might be, they think they're creative. Oh, in my CCA open house, we made sandwiches or whatever. I mean, sometimes they fit nicely. Most of the time they don't, and most of the scripts that I've marked that use more than one pictures generally don't fare too well, because it's very siloed sort of stories and they cannot develop it enough. Okay, and so you want to take note of that. One picture is all you need. Okay, right? Now, so let's just go through very quickly what these pictures are, because I mean, I did tell Charlene maybe we can write something together and then she can work on her style a bit. So yeah, let's see. CCA open house, right? So for CCA open house, what could the possible sort of topics be, right? What is this about? So yeah, I mean, we did say, I mean, the obvious one, let's just state the obvious. So obviously you attend CCA open house, right? Okay, I'm not sure what your teacher taught you, but say for example, right, if you are to mention this word CCA for the first time, right? In theory, you're supposed to spell it out in full, right? Co-curricular activity, then you bracket CCA, and then after subsequently you can use the word CCA. In theory, you're supposed to do that. But I believe in the exam, they probably won't point that out as something that we have to look at. So teachers would probably close one eye and let it pass. But like I said, you want to be safe, spell out the thing in full, then write it out. So of course, know how to spell the word. If you can't, then learn how to spell it. Okay? Yeah. Why are you all comparing marks here? My goodness. Okay? I mean, if you all want to, then sure. Right? So yeah, got so many people can write very well. I got 30, 34, 35. Very good, what? Okay? Right? Then like that, I don't need to write intro anymore lah. Can I not write intro? Okay, but yeah. So what else could happen there? You lost your situational writing. What does that even mean? You mean you lost marks in situational writing, is it? You got 26 out of, the new one is what? 36. Okay, not too bad, what? 26 out of 36, quite okay. Okay, so for the CCA, what else can we talk about? Well, basically, it's a 10 CCA open house, and in essence, that's about it, right? So probably what you could talk about is maybe some idea of trying out a new CCA. I mean, it's not like trying out, because I mean, you P2, you never tried any other CCA before, so that's about it lah. Okay, so yeah. Okay, now then, in terms of why do you need to be at the CCA fair, right? Why do you need to be at CCA fair, right? So obviously you are there to, anyone? Why you're like showing off your marks? But sure. Yeah, to learn more about the CCA, yeah, nice, right? So to learn more about the CCA, right? Or in essence, to, like just now what we mentioned, you actually go and try it out, right? So for some other people, right, it is actually compulsory. Now, if you could tell a story that you were forced to be there and you didn't want to be there, and so yeah, then you could be up to mischief, right? And then there could be certain problems and so on and so forth. So that depends. So you could actually use this idea here that it was compulsory. So this could be a very interesting one to write if you said you were forced to be there and you were bored to tears, and then so yeah, then you were up to no good, and then things happen, and so that was what happened during your CCA day. But don't forget, it has to align with the topic of trying something new. So that whatever something new that you're talking about should be still mentioned there. Okay. I mean, this kind of things, right? It's about being, how to say, I mean, it's basically lying lah, but you're lying in a very creative way lah. Like, I mean, you tried it before, you have experience with it, but then of course in your story you just say that, oh, I've never tried it before, right? That's the whole thing lah. I mean, it's the same with oral, right? But yeah, but oral is over. Okay. Now anyway, what sort of problems could appear in this sort of scenario? What problems could you possibly have? Right? So, what problems? Anyone? Yes, Clara, copy you. Tacos, don't need to ask why. Why are you talking about tacos? Okay, right. Yeah, so yes, Charlene, thank you. Right, so basically they could have injured themselves, right? So how? You probably need to explain how. So is it what CCA were they doing to possibly get injured, right? So for example, if you say that you go to speech and drama CCA and you got injured, then people be like, scratch it, how do you get injured there, right? So then you have to explain if you got injured at, let's say at dance, because maybe you try a dance move or something like that, and then you twisted your legs because of that and whatever, sure, right? So yeah, if you got football and then yeah, you kick the ball and then I don't know, the ball hit the wall, bounce back, ricochet into your face, and then you pa, and then yeah, and then you become groggy, and then yeah, you collapse, and then yeah, right? So tell us how, tell us what happened, right? And then yeah, so then what was the, therefore, depending on what it was, then what was the solution to that, right? So I mean, the other one could be that you were uncertain, right? You didn't know what to do, maybe you were lost, right? So every of your friends went elsewhere, no one brought you along, right? And then you don't know what to do. Then maybe there was this very nice senior or whatever, right? So for the solution, you could think of it as, right? So if you're injured, then maybe there was you were sent to the sick bay or the general office or whatever it may be, right? By a senior, another student, a teacher, or whatever, right? Or if let's say the one where you were lost, you were uncertain, maybe there was some encouragement either from a teacher, a senior, or someone else, right? So something like that, okay? But you can see that in terms of a CCA open house, the story is not going to be exactly very well exciting lah, okay? So there's that one, okay? Right? I think that's all for this CCA open house. Really not much to write. I don't know why they had that one. It's kind of difficult, you know, because how many of you actually remember your CCA open house, right? I mean, if you had been to the secondary school open house before your PSLE, you could talk about something like that, but yeah, there's a lot of twisting and turning to do, because the school open house, you just go there and see what's happening in the school, right? Assuming it's the one you go there, unless there are things for you to try, but are the things a CCA thing to try? If it is, okay, then yeah. I mean, like my students last time, some of them, they went to like the Nanyang girls, right? And then they did chess there, and then they talk about chess. But yeah, I mean, but they're really good at chess, so you can't exactly say that. I mean, in your writing, you cannot say that you've done it many times and you're good at it. Like you have to say, oh, I tried chess for the first time and whatever. Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, Nanyang girls, the Char Siew Bao school, I would call, because yeah. Anyway, so yeah, let's try the next one. Sandwich. Oh wait, the thing is blocking, right? So sandwich. Yeah, so well, obviously you have to make a sandwich. Yeah, please be able to spell sandwich, yeah. It's might be a confusing word to spell for some of you, right? So making a sandwich for the first time, right? Has to be the first time, right? So I know even there's very likely most of you have done it multiple times, right? Talk about it like as though you've done it for the first time. So do not give the idea that you've done it before. So in your story, I say again, in this particular, you cannot suggest that. So I mean, of course, they won't test this again, but you have to make sure that whatever that key topic essence is, you must bring it across. Okay? Teacher cooking competition. You mean you're there to cook the teachers? That's interesting, but sure. Okay, yeah. Which teacher are you going to fry? So, sure. Okay, right. And then, so then let's go down to the reason. Why must you go and make a sandwich for the first time? What are the reasons? Anyone? Ideas? You want to cook your math teacher, my goodness. You can say you didn't know what to eat. What do you mean you didn't know what to eat? So let's say, so what is the thing? You are saying that there's a variety of food at home, right? You have a myriad of food to choose from, right? But then you cannot decide, and then so you decide to make your own sandwich. Would that be very convincing? I mean, a bit difficult, right? Yeah. So what other reasons could you think of? Right? So if you're talking about that sort of situation, okay, so Livia, good try. So Livia, what I think what you're trying to say here is this. I'll help you with this a bit, right? So what you probably want to think of in this particular scenario is that there was basically no food, right? Except for the ingredients, right? So so maybe you did see bread, right? You did see some, maybe you open the fridge, you saw some lettuce, you saw, I don't know, butter, you saw eggs, right? Then you decided to make your own sandwich because, right, your parents are not home, right? So no one to make for you, right? And then you were also, that's my comma, and then you were famished, right? You couldn't wait for them, right? And then you probably, maybe you thought back, you saw your parents did it before, but this one be careful, you saw them do it before, but you never did it before, you never went in to try it out, right? And then yeah, oh yeah, like what Charlene said, you were craving for sandwiches that could work, right? So then you decide to try it out even though you never tried it out before. So maybe you thought back and then say that, hey, I seen my parents, I seen maybe my siblings, I seen people do it before, and then maybe you watch some YouTube video and then like, ha, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Don't write down your exam. It's like you underline then like grammar mistake. Okay, but anyway, yeah. So you could say easy as 1, 2, 3 or ABC, you know, yeah, that one okay, right? So yeah, so then yeah, like okay, so we can go with Charlene's one. So maybe that you were craving for sandwich, right? And then yeah, so then you go about doing it for the first time. So you have to give the reason for it, right? So the reason why you do something is important, right? So in theory, this is the one where you can do, if you've learned magic of 3, right? Show that you didn't succeed for 2 times before, on the 3rd try you succeeded, right? And then so yeah, you therefore have that, right? And so therefore you have the problem of basically what's the problem that you could come out with? Well, you can see this one, you will be able to come out with more problems compared to say the CCA open house. So what other problems could you come up with? Right? So yeah, maybe you were distracted. So distracted by what? So you're distracted by something. So what's the something that distracted you? So you must say, right? So and then so yeah, as a result, maybe what happened? So then what happened as a result? So you were saying that get burnt. Although in theory, it is possible, burnt, right? But I would suggest don't go with yourself burnt, right? As in not something that is too serious. Because if you are burnt, then it wouldn't make sense for you to continue. Of course, you could talk about the trying something new ended up in failure in that sense. Okay, no problem. But I mean, generally you want the sandwich turning out well. So if you talk about, let's say you put a drop of oil, right? You put some drop of oil, then after that there was some water there because the pan wasn't completely dry, and then after that the oil splashed out and then it burnt you, and then it was painful. Okay, that one good, right? But not burn where you burn your hand, then burn quite badly, and then after that, with my burnt hand, I still continue to fry the egg because the egg is there. If I don't fry the egg, I just wasted a life. And then yeah, you know, so that one a bit overboard. So don't burn, just be careful. So talk maybe about so burn slightly so slightly. That's all. What else could you possibly have besides getting burnt? Oh my fat fingers. Right? Other than being burnt, what else could you talk about? Yeah, I mean, yeah, the frying. So what else could happen with the eggs? What else? So you could have issues with the eggs, right? So maybe the cracking of the eggs, you had issue, right? So the cracking of the eggs, maybe at first you never cracked egg before, then first time you whack the egg too hard and then then the egg yolk, everything got to your face, then you like Then you look at the egg look at you, the egg laugh at you, and then like ha ha ha, right? Then after that you clean up, then after that you try again, then you knock, then after that you knock too soft and then it doesn't work, and then you try that again, then sudden you too hard, again all over your face. Then you angry. Then after you like, oh, I don't cook already, angry. Then after that, then you think back, oh, my mother teach me perseverance. Then I'm like, okay. Then after that, your stomach growl, and then you're like, wow, I hungry, I famished. So then after that, okay, I try one last time. Then you use what you learned previously, and then you hit it with a force that's not too hard, not too gentle. Then there's like crack, and then like, hey, then after you put your 2 thumbs in, then you open up, then you succeeded, right? So then you can talk about that sort of experience, right? So the cracking of the eggs could be one. Then after that, from there, the frying also got issue. Maybe you fry for too long, turned a bit burnt, or whatever it may be, right? Or maybe you put sugar instead of salt, right? And then it end up like very weird tasting, something like that, right? Whatever else lah, right? So whatever sort of things that you could talk about, okay? That sort of stuff, right? So something that's simple in a sense where you could write about it enough, right? Then of course, then your solution, right? What could your solution here be, right? So obviously just now we did mention, so there was one you could watch YouTube videos, right? The tutorials to teach you how to do it. Why they write yet? Okay, never mind, I spell it properly, right? So YouTube videos, right? So yeah, please take note. YouTube is capital Y, capital T in one word. That's the name of it. So follow accordingly. Okay. Then what else? Right? What else? You could, of course, possibly just trial and error. Right? Just what they say? Fake it till you make it. Something like that. Ask your mother. Well, your mother around can Then yeah. So yeah, the other one that you could talk about this is that this could be some family activity. Right? So if your mother is around, if you want to write in your story that your parents are around, and then yeah, your parents, your mom help you with the cooking, okay, can, no problem. Then but you're still doing it for the first time, and then they just guide you or whatever. Yeah, you saw your parents did it before, you try to recall, right? That will work too, okay? Right? So yeah, there's this one here, the sandwich. So you can see the sandwich definitely, it's a lot more familiar, right? Compared to CCA, open house, you can see that the ideas flow a lot more naturally. So this is the sort of picture that you want to use, right? The CCA one, if you think about it for 5 seconds, nothing comes to mind, that is the picture you say, next, go away, right? So not you, do some other picture, okay? Right, let's talk about the camp one. Well, I mean camp outdoor or whatever. So what could this possibly be about? Anyone? What would this possibly be about? Yeah, J-Star, can you like stop spamming? I mean, yeah, you just have to type it once and yeah, right? Yeah, I mean, not very funny, but sure. I mean, what, you're going to sandwich your brother? What does that even mean? Okay, but yeah, right, sure, Charlene, thank you. So yeah, your P5 camp, right? So you could talk about this being your, so what's the first time we're talking about? So you could be about first time, right, outdoors, right, or first time as a camp, right, where you slept outdoors. So so in this case, you can talk about your P5 camp, right, which works perfectly well. So I believe most of you y'all were inside the wooden hut of sorts, right? So instead of saying that you stay in a wooden hut, say that you stay in a tent instead, right? Just say that it was a very big tent, which there are such big tents, right? And then you were with your friends, whatever, and that's it, right? And then you have used the picture clearly, and then you just change the venue, right? Instead of the house inside the campsite, it is now beside the sea, which I think most of them are beside the ocean. Wait. Yeah, no, not all. Yeah, only those with the kayaks. Then yeah. So yeah. Right? So you can talk about that one. Right? So you just change it slightly, right? To suit the picture. Okay? So yeah, of course, yeah, you could talk about this is one with so it's either the P5 camp, right? Or maybe you actually went outdoors with family, right? Or even friends, and you could talk about that. So it was a family sort of event. And sure, okay, and yeah, but like I said, I think for most people, the experience would be the P5 camp, okay, right? Because logistically speaking, go out and then you have to go and rent the campsite. You have to buy a tent. You have a tent and everything. Very leceh lah. Most people probably won't do it. So if you are one of the few, right, who have experience with your family doing it, well, then yeah, that's rather more unique sort of experience. I mean, I myself also don't do it. Too much work, right? Got to buy tent. Then after the tent also never do what with it. What extracts sea snake exoskeleton and poison make a new discovery? What are you talking about, J-Star? You know, sometimes there's a reason why you don't do too well if your imagination runs too wild, right? If your imagination is a very good thing. You need to tame it, guide it towards the question, use the picture well, and then you can do well. Then of course, then there's your language as well. Okay. Now, so what sort of problems, or rather, why would you want to go outdoors in this particular case? So yeah, for some of you, you could say that you were well forced to do so because this is P5 camp, right? But what other reasons, right? What other reasons could there be to go there? So how about the more willing options, right? Well, you're competing about, I don't understand. But yeah. Huh? It has been your dream. What are you talking about? Hey, please, your story, please cannot end with those. I woke up and it was a dream sort of ending. That one was clearly stated. You end with something like that. It is a sign that either you are desperate to end the story, you don't know how to end, and then you have no time to end, and you will be penalized heavily. So no. Hey, this, what are you doing? Can you stop typing E? I don't know. I missed some of the messages, right? So yeah, you could be, could be some family events, right? So family events where you all want to spend time together. So family bonding event, right? So where you all can bond, spend time together, whatever. Okay, where's my comma? Right, so yeah, right, so family event, never mind, just for bonding and whatever, right? So, or maybe they want to expose you to nature, right? Exposure to nature or whatever it may be, right? So something like that, right? Or maybe this was something new that you all wanted to try, right? So this is to basically to try something new, right? I mean, that could be a very good reason anyway, right? Yeah. Okay. So then after that, what could be the problems that occurred in this particular sort of situation? What could occur? I mean, quite easy lah. Right? You see the tent, right? So what would be the first thing that could occur, right? So maybe you could talk about you had problems, right? Problems pitching tent, right? That could be one. What else could you have? Natural disaster? No lah, don't lah. Scared to sleep alone, right? Sure you were, but why would you be alone? I thought you were with people. I mean, the picture we did show that there's a group of people. So why would you be scared to sleep alone? Scared of high elements. So like I said, this one in theory, yeah, if you talk about the P5 can talk about high elements, but if I were you in this particular case, I wouldn't use any high elements portion because although this outdoors, they didn't show high elements. They might accept it. I'm not sure in that year the PSLE marking how lenient they were. I think they might have accepted it because it's a very common thing that most of P5s have. I probably think they'll accept it, but like I say, I like to err on the side of caution and not talk about that. Okay, but sure, right? You have problems pitching your tent. What else could there be, right? You had a picnic, right? So after the picnic, what were the issues? Maybe there were the ants, right? Then maybe you could talk about wild boar, right? Or the monkeys, right? The macaques, right? Stealing your food, right? So that could be something interesting, right? Then what do you do? And then you learned about it, right? Or maybe some of you, if you have encountered the otters before and then they tell you, right, don't go near to the otters or whatever, that could happen, right? Yes, Nugget, what can I do to help you? Right? Weird sound at night. Okay, don't turn it to a ghost story, but sure. I mean, it could be you want, but be careful. Ghost story. You want to be careful with that one. Yeah. Don't like. Yeah. I mean, in the end, you found out that actually it was some crow or whatever it may be, or the sound was made by the cleaner that needed to clean up the beach or whatever, right? Yeah. So just be careful. Don't do a real ghosting. Okay. So yeah. Like you know, yeah, you make it sound like that sort of thing. Okay. So yeah. Then how did you solve the problem? What were the solutions to the issue there? Right, so what are the solution? So of course, if it's, let's say, the pitching of the tent, or I don't know, the campfire, whatever, right, you could talk about again, right, YouTube videos, right, to solve that one, right? But then for the picnic where got ants or wild animals, then what do you do? So what else? So I mean, if you recall, what they taught you was that basically put some distance between yourself and whatever. Okay, yes, you could get your parents involved, but then what would they do? Would they, like, how did they scare the wildlife away? I mean, in theory here we'll just then how they scare the wildlife away. I mean, your story is generally okay, but in real life, please don't. If they come to you, just give distance between you and them. Let them, if they want your food, let them take the food, and then yeah, better than you get hurt, because if you get scratched or bitten by them, you definitely need to go to the hospital in case got rabies or whatever disease that they might have, and then you might get into trouble. Okay, so yeah, in real life, don't just let them have the food and then you go find something else. Okay, but of course, in your story you want to be some hero, and then you talk about how you kung fu panda them away or whatever. Sure, go ahead. Okay, but yeah, okay, yes, okay, right. So generally that will be the thing. So of course it could be your parents or some other adults or strangers or someone else. Could be maybe some other kid, some older kid that was there, and then they are experienced or whatever to help you. Okay, and then yeah, things like that happen to solve this issue. Okay, right. So there's that. So generally, we have about 10 minutes left. So okay, so Charlene, what do you want us to write? You want us to write intro, climax, whatever? What you want to work on? Come, I give you choice, Charlene. What do you want to work on here? We can write a intro of sorts, maybe. I don't know. You tell me what you want. I work with you on that. And then we can ask the others for opinions. What do you want me to write? I mean, we can all write together. Conclusion. Conclusion a bit difficult because need to know what happened before. But I mean, can is can, but it really depends on what was written before. Okay, wait. Let me. Yeah. Okay. So someone wants conclusion, climax, middle, climax lah. You mean? Then where's Charlene? Charlene, what you want? Quick, Charlene. I support your RGS journey. So come, let's see if I can help you with this. So a few of them want climax. Or Charlene gone already? Charlene, are you still there? Okay, so intro. You replied. Sorry, I didn't see it. I think it was flooded. I didn't see. Where is it, Charlene? Can you just type it again? Okay, so intro, climax. I can't write the full story lah. I mean, I only have 10 minutes. I'm not going to create a miracle by writing in 10 minutes. Where do you reply? Can you type it again? Clara, what's middle? Middle means what? Rising action, climax, falling action. What is middle? Middle is very unclear. Can you be a bit clearer in terms of your middle? But yeah. Where? Let me see. Charlene, can you just tell me what it is? It's like buried. I don't find it. You did? I don't see it. I don't see your messages. I only see the parts where you say I replied already, and I replied many times, but I don't see it. I only see JJ Star and Clara and Lairaisia. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but sure. Okay. I don't see it, Charlene. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay. Okay, I don't see Charlene's reply about that one. Unless you're Clara. Okay. No, apparently she said she saw it. She replied, but I don't see it. But yeah, climax. Elise, call you Elise, but I mean your name is not there like that. Okay, so I mean, what is that? K animo zai jianbu. I mean, you don't say repeat one more time, it's repeat, okay? Okay, Charlene, I don't see your reply. I don't know why. I only see the parts where you say I reply many times, but I don't see anything else. Is there like some spam control or something like that? Okay, so I'm just going to start. Otherwise, yeah, we don't have time to write anything. I really don't see anything from Charlene. So no, Charlene. Clara is Clara. That's two totally different people. So yeah. You're Charlene? No lah, you're not lah. I mean, unless you have two accounts, but sure. And then your Charlene spelled wrongly, so you're not that Charlene. So yeah, don't sus. Okay, anyway, okay, sorry Charlene, I don't see anything. So okay, let's do the okay, what we'll do here is we'll do the climax, and we'll let your climax also become your introduction of sorts, right? And so this is what a good flashback would be, right? So your climax will become your introduction, and then after that, as you write the story, you think back, and then you get to the climax again, then you continue with your falling action and your conclusion. Okay, so let's do the sandwich picture. That is the easiest one of all. So let's just do that one. I don't have time to go and for you to vote on which one that you want. Right? So yeah. Okay, come. So so Charlene, what sort of wait, no, this is not intro. So yeah, we're doing climax. Okay, so let's see. Climax. What shall we have? Shall we have that the what's the problem? What's the big problem that this person faced? Now no inspiration. What's the problem the person faced? We talk about the eggs, we talk about being slightly burnt by the oil, and then okay lah, we do the oil one. The oil one we can exaggerate a bit more. So let's do the oil one. So in the intro, okay, so in the intro we can always start with a speech of sorts. So let's make it exaggerated. Okay, so we go right? So then after that, where's my close inverted comma? Chotomate. Yeah, right. So you start like that. Wait, y'all cannot see, right? Wait, chotomate. I need to make it select all, and then make it bigger. Hello. Hey, it disappeared. What is this? iPad hang Alright. Okay, wait. 16. Okay, wait. Can y'all see? Wait, let me see. Can y'all see? Hello. Okay, can. Right. So maybe yes. I'm saying because I have the iPad got difficulty creating that two finger space. Just imagine that there's a spacing there. So as I was saying, let's start with the sound right, and then exclamation mark, close inverted comma. Where's my this one, right? So and then after that, so then we continue, right? So then after that, blood curdling, right? Scream, right? Blood curdling scream what? I don't know. Let me think. I cannot think. Blood curdling screamed, and then what? Echoed. Okay, like echoed throughout, right? The empty hallways, right? The hallway, right? Then after that, what happened? Let me see. Echoed throughout the empty hallway, right? Okay, as I held my hand tightly, right? Why is it Z-I? S-I, right? Held my hand. Okay, maybe we say which hand? Maybe I held my left hand tightly, right? Okay, so first we have that one, and then wait, what did you write? Pain shot through my entire being like electricity. Okay, yeah, maybe we can use the one that JJ Star had. So pain shot. So not through the being, but we're talking about the pain shot from my left hand and coursed through my entire body, right? And then comma, causing me, right, to what do you do? So you causing me to causing my tear drops to fall, right? So we'll have it here, right? So this one here. Then so now we want to hint. So the point is that here you have this very interesting intro where it sounds like obviously you were hurt and whatever, right? So we don't want to make it too how to say, like as though like you lost an arm or like whatever, right? So I mean we help to the arm, so we're going to exaggerate a bit. So the point here is that there was the oil that splashed onto your arm and then you exaggerate, right? So then now we will talk about there was this very red sort of not bruise but the arm that was, it looks like it was burnt by the oil, the droplet of oil sort of thing. Why? How many of you are Charlene? Is everyone going to change their name to Charlene, is it? Okay, I'm confused already. But yeah, so anyway, your account was cooked. Okay, right. Right, so now, so then after that, right, okay, so through my blurred vision, right? So because we already said that there were teardrops falling, right? So I stared hard at the bright red okay, I don't want to suggest that it's a burn yet. So I don't want to it's a burn yet. So I don't want to it's a burn yet. So I don't want to pain, right? Okay, and then so here you had that, right? And then this is where you just flash back, right? So maybe here we have a speech here, right? To change the sense a bit, right? And then we'll just cheat we just hook the reader, right? So I've should so maybe here this is where we'll mention a topic. I should wait sorry, salah. I should have okay, never mind, forget it. I should have never tried something new, right? Then after that, and then I said bitterly, right? Comma, where my comma? Oh, that one apostrophe. Wait, comma. Said bitterly. Then what? Wait, contoh mate. I said bitterly. Okay, so probably this where we just cue to the flashback. As I said bitterly, right? As I recalled what had happened just, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. Okay, so yeah, something like this, right? So you notice that, okay, what we are trying to do here is, I know we overran a bit. If you want to stay, you can stay. If not, it's okay. Right? So here we have made it a very interesting hook, right? We did not, here through this bright red spot, we are doing what we call the foreshadowing. We are therefore suggesting what is the issue here that is happening, right? But you could realize that the bright red spot could maybe say it could be chicken pox, could be something else. But yeah, and then we talk about steering pain. So this will be another clue because steering would suggest that there's some burning involved, right? And then yeah, and then here from here, we mention the topic, right? And then after that, we just immediately bring this to the flashback. And then here, from here, we just talk about the background of what happened. So you talk about why you want to cook and then your everything. And then yeah, okay. So yeah, this is probably one way to start. I might probably start like that, depending on what I come up with that day. But yeah, sure. Okay. So anyway, Charlene, I hope this helped you a bit. I hope also the rest of you, it helped you in terms of writing introduction, right? So this is generally like how you could use, right, a speech, whatever, right? And then you go on to explain and whatever. So just create something that is different in terms of atmosphere. Okay, so as I mentioned, all the best to you for your PSLE. This is my last session here. So if I see you, I see you all. Won't be online on this TikTok live, at least not for a while. Okay, then after that, all the best. Remember, you are not your grade. Do your best. Work hard, study hard. You still have about less than 3 weeks to go, but 3 weeks is still time to improve. Okay, take care, and yeah, be safe, be healthy, and yeah, work, do your best. Okay, when am I coming back? I'm not coming back online via live anymore, but yeah, I teach at Yishun AGrader on Tuesday. So if you want to come look for me, you can come look for me. Okay, but otherwise, all the best, good luck, right? All the best for PSLE, and as I said, you are not your grades. Do your best, and yeah, just your future still very long path ahead. Okay, so don't worry. Your PSLE score is not even reflected in your SingPass. Okay, only your O-level scores. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no one's asking you to come to Yishun. It's okay, capybara. I mean, capybaras are to be found in Mandai in the zoo, right? So yeah. Bye. Take care. All the best. Okay. I'm teaching P5CW next year, I believe. Okay. So yeah, if you want to join my P5CW class next year, yeah, by all means come. Okay. Bye. All the best. Take care. Ta-ta.